Hey everyone, this is ManlyBadassHero and welcome to my preview of Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk, the newest RPG from Nippon Ichi, who create games like Disgaea and No Memori Night Alone. Quick note that this is a graciously sponsored video by NIS America, and if you find the game interesting and you want some more information or to purchase it yourself, there's links down in the description below.
This is the story of a faraway world, where faint traces of magic still linger. A world called Tennis. The mysterious town of Refrain resides there. And deep beneath that isolated and forsaken town lies an unexplored underground labyrinth. Nobody knows who built it, or when it was built. Some say it holds treasures that could control the world. Treasures that could make one immortal. And a slumbering demon king whose awakening could end the world. But no one knows for certain. What is known is that the labyrinth is filled with cursed miasma, a substance that brings death to any human it touches. One day, a witch arrived at Refrain with the intention of exploring this labyrinth. Her name was Dusk Witch Dronia. She had in her possession a legendary book, said to have been written by the only man to explore the labyrinth and survive. She had the Tractatus de Monstrum.
So, giving a quick summary of Labyrinth of Refrain, because I'm skipping some of the opening levels, is that it's a kind of dungeon diving RPG. So think of something like Etrian Odyssey or stuff like that, where you got first-person perspective, and you go in, you kind of weigh your options, you go as far as you can with hopefully not dying, and you get out with your loot. But before I get into all the nuances of the kind of actual RPG system, I'm going to show a little bit of the story, so you can see kind of the atmosphere that the game is going for, which is a bit distinct compared to, say, Disgaea, which they also made. It's got that kind of goofy, colorful anime vibe still, as far as art, but it has almost a little bit of a horror tinge to it, especially as you get further into the game, but you'll kind of see what I mean.
This is the story of a terrible demon who lived in the forest. Once upon a time, there were two brothers who were slaves to a greedy demon. The demon forced them to do hard, grueling work. It could have used its magic to easily finish the work, but the demon enjoyed making the brothers suffer. One day, the brothers tried to make their escape, but the demon chased them down. The demon said,
Idiots! Did you think you could run away?
The poor brothers were caught and received terrible punishments. The demon said,
That's it! Time for a whipping! Don't try to run away again, or I'll carve out your eyeballs!
The brothers knew they would be killed one day. And after talking it over, they decided they would kill the demon first. One day, the brothers stole one of the demon's most cherished gemstones and ran away with it. They planned to use it as bait to lure the demon to the well, then push him into it and kill him. But the demon didn't care about the gemstone at all, and the brothers were captured again. The demon said,
Idiots! Did you think you could run away again?
The poor brothers received a terrible punishment. The forest trembled as the demon's laughter echoed through the night. And so ends this story of a terrible demon who lived in the forest.
Having finished selling refreshments to the other children and traumatizing them, Luca returns with a beaming smile on her face.
Madam Junior, thank you, I had so much fun!
Now I have this turned on with the dub, but there is a Japanese original dialogue for it also.
This is a pointless farce, but I suppose it's necessary to keep up appearances.
Good day to you, Madame Dronya. I came to see your puppet show. Your performance was splendid.
You're not here to molest me again, are you?
Marietta removed her habit and pressed her hands together as if offering a quick prayer to any god or gods watching. Specifically the gods of anime.
Why, such talk in public will only lead to misunderstanding. As a servant of God, I'm beholden to my vow of chastity.
Chastity, huh? Whatever you say.
How rude! I'll have you know, I was working the fields this morning for the good Lord. And as I was returning, I happened to overhear that you had opened a theater. Ah, yes, I got a lot of potatoes today. Please stop by for a meal. I'll cook up some boiled potato rolls. You like big potatoes, don't you?
Luca likes potatoes, not me.
Hey, you're gonna be doing this show all the time?
A little boy older than Luca, but not that much older, ran up to Dronya.
Hey. Hey, lady!
Yes, little boy, we'll be performing shows every so often while we're in town. I hope you'll attend again.
After finally getting Dronya's attention, the boy suddenly becomes shy.
Wow. Then I'll come see it again. But next time, I think you should tell a happier story, because today sucked. The story didn't suck. It was a great story. Lady Wit, Madame Dronya made it up herself. She did. Take it back. What are you getting mad for? Just because it sucked doesn't mean it wasn't interesting.
The little boy suddenly shoved aside by a soldier.
Ouch!
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
Marietta runs over to the little boy and helps him to his feet.
What? We're not doing anything.
Another one's coming. Marietta, get this kid out of here.
There's a quick note. I know they're supposed to be like plague doctors. At the same time, based on your coloring, I feel like you're prinnies.
Yes, that seems wise. All right, let's go, Fritz. Madame Dronya, please be careful. Mikhail and Frank have a reputation for being difficult to deal with.
I see. Luca, check on the well.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I'm talking to you. What are you doing here?
Dude!
Don't act like you don't know the rules. No one's allowed near the Well of Kalaza.
I apologize. Ever since we arrived in this town, we've just been focused on entertaining the children. That being said, we've already been given permission to perform here.
What? From who?
I have received permission from Acting Governor Petrone.
Is that so? Then show us your permit and we'll be on our way.
Permit? I never considered the need for a permit, and it's so obvious too. What was I thinking?
No permit, huh? That seems pretty suspicious. Why, we might have an actual witch on our hands.
Let's go. You're coming with us. One way or another, you're gonna tell us who you are.
Mikhail reaches out to apprehend Dronya.
Hey, don't touch me!
Hey, I haven't even touched you yet. Huh? Whoa, check out her leg. What's up with that?
The soldier grabs Dronya by her prosthetic leg and starts yanking on it.
Is that a wooden leg? What are you, some kind of scarecrow? How pathetic!
These soldiers were also rude. In more ways than one, dude.
Maybe we should do a cavity search. Find out if the rest of her's made of wood too.
Whoa, not here.
A crowd had begun to gather around Dronya and the soldiers.
Huh? Oh, yeah. On your feet, woman. You're coming with us.
Very well. Let's go to hell together.
Dronya raises her hand and her eyes glow eerie crimson.
Huh? What are you doing with your hand?
Mikhail and Frank, was it? If I must accompany you, so be it. But not before you patrol the city for 7 days and nights, without food or sleep, like loyal little soldiers.
Yes. We better get started on our patrol. 7 days and 7 nights, huh? This is gonna be rough.
The commotion calm, the crowd disperses, some shaking their heads in disbelief at what they just witnessed.
I let my anger get the best of me and used my glamour in public. Still, it worked like a charm on those soldiers. I can glamour anyone into doing my bidding by manipulating the latent mana that surrounds them. Only other witches have been able to resist it, but it has never failed to work on a normal human. I wonder, do those soldiers also know about the underground labyrinth? I need to be more careful. My glamour is powerful, but I can't become dependent on it.
Madame Dronya! Madame Dronya! Tracty's back!
So not the majority of that cutscene's over anyway. You can kind of see how it's got that whimsical nature like the other games this developer makes, but it has a little bit of a horror edge. And you might not have seen it there much, except for the little opening puppet show. But as the game progresses further, the enemies have there's some real amazing monster designs in this game, and some really gruesome ones, and the plot obviously becomes darker. There's hintings of darker things kind of going on. So, not quite as lighthearted as the other games. And I gave a quick summary of the characters as we were seeing here. As of this point in the game, like I said, this is very early. We don't know much about them. It's a pretty cold start because we're the book. And to summarize, we've been put in that book, our soul's in there. We got to even put our own name in. Of course, I named it Manly, so that book is basically a little manly. And the witch is using us to explore this labyrinth in the well that's under this town, to kind of figure out what's going on, and to also get rich. So that's a little bit of a taste of the storyline. I skipped ahead again a little bit, so that way I have a full party, and that way I'm facing a little more difficult enemies, so I can give you a better showing of what the gameplay itself is like. But basically this game works on, you don't use any main characters or anything in your party. You make puppets, as I'll show you kind of here. And they're kind of like homunculi. Basically you have an army of anime characters. you can see here, range of designs, range of classes, big knight dude, casters, the variations in each. Like here's a Shinobushi, which is kind of like your, let's say, rogue, kind of melee fighter, damage, support character, your kind of knight class, and so on. And I already have kind of a fully stocked party, but we'll make a new character. We'll make a Mad Raptor. Andre uses its crossbows to unleash magical attacks to the flame, fog, and mud elements. Though physically frail, it excels at dealing large amounts of damage from the rear guard. And like a lot of these RPGs, there's a lot of depth here. There's skills, there's a ton of stats, there's different weapons that they're proficient at. A lot of stats and status effects. So it's certainly an in-depth RPG. Let me actually switch back, change your appearance. I like this character, kind of reminds me of I like the kind of tomboy haircut. So I'll give you a name. Let's see. How about Neo? We'll go with that. That sounds hip and trendy. Let's see. Adapter, appearance 2, nickname. It's another thing we can change. Neo. Dev 1. Okay, a nice little tasteful Matrix reference. Nature, fixed stats and fighting style. You're pretty damage based. Let's see. Maybe reckless. You shouldn't be taking damage anyway. Voice. There are customizations.
There. All right.
This is also a way you can make some amateur rap. Go voice 2. Let's go with sharp. Change our stat growth. This is the kind of like the level of customization you can do of your characters here. You can make a lot of these characters, so you can have a pretty kind of customized party. Standard, Sun, which is good for tank type characters. Balanced. Go with Moon because you're an offensive character. Skill selection. Fancy footwork. Crossbow sniper. Stealth. Lowers your chance of being targeted. Steady aim. Crossbow master. Swiftness. Thin ice and crossbow salvo. Let's go with this one. That might be interesting. And lucky number 99. I don't know the depth of the lucky number system, but I just pick numbers I think are interesting. And we can add flavor text to give it a little bit of a backstory. So we get a little attached to our puppets. Become our own little children that we send out to the dungeons to get loot and hopefully not die. And for your backstory, we'll just keep it simple. Let's see. Where's my T's? The Matrix 3. Okay, so we'll create this character. Neo. Soul has been placed in the puppet, Neo was born. So we got ourselves 6 puppets now. And let me show you a little bit of the way the system kind of works. It's kind of like having a little multiple squads. It's called the pack system. And so you kind of choose a coven. This kind of gears the characters in that coven to a certain style, whether defensive or offensive, or like mages and whatnot, or healers. And at the moment, we only can put 1 in each coven, but eventually you can put more, like 3 in each. So it's like a little different. Rather than having 1 character fight per coven, it's more like you're putting a little mini squad, and you kind of stack them all here to kind of have all their little roles. Right now, this is a squad I'm rolling with, so I'm not going to change this up because I do need stronger characters from the point of game I'm in, and I don't want to grind up this new character. Aside from that, there's very typical RPG kind of stuff. You know, there's characters, you can your equipment, view status, switch order. They give you quite a little preview. There is a lot of different weapons, and I believe most of them, if not all of them, can basically equip just about any weapon in the game. But just certain characters are bearer of certain weapons. And each of the weapon types do have different effects, like pierce or blunt, and so on. And this, of course, comes into the strategy of the game, where you can have all sword wielders, and then you come across a golem type enemy, some kind of like that, that's very resistant to slashing, and you're probably gonna party wipe. So, diversity is king. And there's some other stuff that I won't really go into, but like you can kind of change weapons mid-battle and use reinforcements points. There's a lot of depth to this game. A lot of depth that's really I cannot cover in a short span video. Anyway, let us go. Dispatch ourselves to the dungeon. Reinforcements cost. Oh, you see, we're being thrown into the dungeon quite literally. Manly's being thrown in the dungeon. No one likes book Manly. During a certain tracking skill will allow you to stockpile the XP from battles. Press X to battle results screening, stockpile XP. So we unlocked a new kind of level of depth to the game when I did some purchases earlier. Longer stockpile XP, longer bonus. You lose once you flee from battle, the brigade is defeated. Okay, that's something that even I don't know about, I just got. So welcome to the dungeon. Show a quick map. These are areas I've already explored. And if you ever played a dungeon crawler, you kind of know how this goes down. You kind of map the dungeon. There's enemies that kind of float around. You kind of see them on your map. They'll kind of follow you if they see you. And there's secrets. There's loot. And it's up to you to kind of decide how far you want to go in. Do you want to complete your objective? Do you want to bail out because you got something nice? And hopefully you don't get too greedy like I do. Specifically, I have a very embarrassing story when I was playing this, where I thought I could jump a gap to get to a treasure chest, and it turned out it was just a complete free fall, and I fell 4 levels down the dungeon into an area that I'm not supposed to access, I think, till halfway through the game. And I was stuck with a half-dead party that had all died from the fall, and enemies that had, basically they did 5,000 damage. And you can see my current HP, how well that went. So, don't get greedy. That is the basis of all dungeon crawlers. So this is the floor I'm currently on, so I will actually show the gameplay from this floor on, because the enemies are a little tougher. Let's see. Let's bust open this wall. Examine. A spear is releasing foul miasma into the forest marsh. So, at the beginning of the game, part of the lore is that there's a miasma that's emanating from this well. And there is inklings of something dark going into the town because no one can go out at night, and that every morning, it's shown in the cutscenes, they announce the dead. And it's always like families or something, it's quite a few people. And actually, at the start of the game, you actually play a kind of tutorial dungeon run where you actually die to the miasma before you play the game for real. So, serious stuff. And part of a previous quest was I had to find a translation, ability to translate what the monsters in here are saying, because there is some actual choices within the dialogue. And when I got that, I can actually talk to these NPCs and make progress. In fact, there was a boss earlier that I could have avoided, where choices came up, but I didn't understand its language, and I made the wrong choice, and then I basically had to fight it and kill it. Huh? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Yes. Seems like we speak the same language. Me, I'm the ferryman of this marsh. I'm guessing you guys want to cross the strait to the other side, right? Well, I can't let you do that, Star Fox. The Colossal Ferry has all passage blocked off. Unless you get permission from that Colossal Ferry, she'll just sink my boat. She's not far from here. If you don't get permission from her, you're not getting across. I got a proposition for you. You think you could somehow persuade that colossal fairy? Sure, I guess I have to. Oh, you'll do it then. Thank you very much. In that case, take this with you. An iron mattock. Crossing the street is impossible, but you can use the floor above us to get across. This information is free of charge because I'm pretty sure your trip is going to be one way. Heh heh. Iron mattock? So let's actually see what that is. A sturdy iron tool used for digging and chopping. I have an idea where this is probably gonna go. Ow! See a dragmire. Let's kill this real quick. So there was an NPC here I couldn't talk to before. But now that I can speak to him, now I have something I can dig. I feel like we can make some progress here. A man dressed in burial garments is digging a hole with his bare hands. The man suddenly knows his iron mattock is in your possession. Give that to me. With this, I can... The man takes a mattock from you and hurries through the door. From behind the door, you can hear the man celebrating. I can finally dig in the crab room! That wasn't too far from the actual dialogue. The iron mattock was taken from you. Holy cow! Your grade receives damage from the fall. Ooh, nearly all died. Yeah, we're gonna need to heal. Let's use some mugwort. Not sure if this is the most efficient way of using that. Maybe I can get away without using it, but it's a dungeon crawler. Sometimes it's good not to take huge risks. A man's body is buried beneath the rubble. He has a satisfied smile on his face. Next to him is a fairy pendant and an anchor attached to a line of rope. Between a fairy pendant and an anchor. Okay, I see that there's a vent over there. It's a mana. So there's like other mechanics I haven't really explained too much. Like there's a mana. Basically, a mana is both a kind of beneficial thing. It's a resource you want to collect, but it's also something where you get too much that the dungeon, bad things happen basically in the dungeon. So if you get too greedy, you're putting yourself at more risk. The man who fell in love with Domina against her in youth? What? What is going on? Who is talking? They got fairies on their side. Escape is useless. There is loot over there. Call soul. At the surface of the marsh ripples, an enormous woman appears with a big splash. Are you the fairy? Humans, magic creatures. Either way, looks like we got some invited guests. Domina. Despite me being able to understand you, I still don't understand you. Well, Manny, it's Manny, Dario. Here, Manny, come, come. Don't be afraid, come to Domina. I'm not sure if I should... No? Knock it off, Domina. Human are bad news. Manny's so small and cute. So small and stupid. Manny don't do nothing. Except take your loot. What do you guys want? You come to mess with Domina? Let's deny for now. Maybe avoid a boss fight. That's what they all say to get close to Domina. Manny's so cute. Cute. That's what you said about Yusuke. You're a mess, she. He hasn't even come back since he ran off to pull out that splinter. Yusuke, ouchie. Splinter hurt, help Domina. With a painful grimace, Domina recedes back into the marsh. Do I have to figure out a way to get the thorn out? Let's try something different this time. Let's try staying up firm. Hey, let's go, Domina. These guys are here to mess with you. You come mess with me. No, Manny's scary. So scary. We give you this. Please forgive me. Sorry. Domina tosses the marsh lantern to Tacti and the party. You obtain the marsh lantern. Forgive me. You be nice to me, right? Sure. Manny's so cute. There's the Yusuke dialogue again. But we did get an item out of it. So I guess now we can actually go back to the ferryman. And I'm assuming that would have been an optional battle if we obviously said something mean. Oh! Let's make a shortcut. Shabam. And looks like we're being followed. Ow. Youch. Ouch. Looks like, since they were both following me, I got 2 battles in a row. Alright, that's fine. Just auto attack. These enemies are pretty weak. I kind of over-leveled this area. So the initial dungeon hasn't been too bad in difficulty, except for a few areas, but I have looked at and kind of watched later portions of the game. And there is, basically, if you, like I said, if you play this guy or any of these games, you know there's super bosses, and you know there's gonna be difficulty spikes as you require you to min-max. So, very much an RPG's RPG. Okay, I might need to use magic. Flame. Just attack. Maybe flame wasn't a good idea.
I hope this works.
She got the lantern, huh? Am I supposed to be impressed or something? The old ferryman gives a blank stare. So Yusuke's gone, huh? Can't believe that fool let a ferry get to him. Well, that lantern means you got her permission. So I can ferry you across now, free of charge. But it's a one-way trip. You have to find your own way back. So what's it gonna be? You hopping on? Sure, let's go. Alright, then get on. You cross the marsh strait. You should report this to Madame Bronya. Loot! Let's see. This is all new territory for me. So let's be... Oh god, they're golems! They're mana stones. My bad. Mana stones. So, these are actually going to be really annoying. Use that. Taunt. I'm actually going to have to use my skills. Blunt damage. All your magic does not work well on them. It's just attack. Also attack. Hold in there, meat!
There! I hope this works.
Just attack. It's gonna do no damage, but you know, it's whatever. Right behind you! Now these guys... I'm gonna call them Voltorps. Because they explode and does a lot of damage. Oh god, they're getting ready.
Let's go! 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 Please wait.
Whew. Stockpile that. Not ready to cash in yet. Let's... Yeah, that's nice. Ooh, another one. Let's just attack it. There's just one. We hopefully can just kill it before it blows up.
Let's go!
Maybe with lucky crits we can. Okay. Enemy right there, let's go outside. So there is another mechanic I haven't really mentioned much. It's something that kind of haunted me where, oh my god, there's so much loot in here, I am having a heart attack. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! That was beautiful. So beautiful, I am going to equip some new weapons. Toho. Get the good hammer out. Double hammer, huh? That's fine. We've been fighting a lot of enemies that require that. Okay. Now I believe that is water right there, so smashing probably won't help, but might be able to make a shortcut. Get some loot. Ooh, an event. The young man with red eyes stands before you. His demeanor seems different from the other residents. The young man glances at the party before silently walking away. Thanks for being mysterious, buddy. You may come across mysterious rooms in the labyrinth known as antechambers. The purpose of these antechambers is as mysterious as the labyrinth itself. From an antechamber, you can return to base or transfer to a different antechamber altogether. This antechamber appears to be connected to another antechamber in a different labyrinth. New dungeon has been added. So we are... It doesn't look like a dungeon. Tiny soldiers are shocked to see you. What the? Titans! How did Titans come out of the antechamber? I'm not Titans, I'm a book. No, I'm not enemies. Go for the weak point! We're the Attack on Titans. We're the Titans now. Big twist.
I hope this works.
A dancer girl just stepped on him. That's the real nightmare. Alright, let's force a boss fight here to kind of show what like a more difficult fight would be. Warning. Death and despair is coming our way. This might be a bad idea. Alright. Let's put a taunt. Rock Crusher. I'm assuming you are weak to fire, because you're a great fairy. And you're a healer, so just attack. Oh wait, there's someone up above. Oh god. This might have been a terrible idea. We should probably kill this bird first, maybe. Guard self. No, use an item. Special orders. Use item. Jitterbug. Revive. Toho. Use your abilities. There. And heal Saber. God, we're dying to a verbal smackdown, quite literally. Okay. Now use this. Wind. You know, just attack for now. Need to get rid of that bird. It's using the verbal smackdown on us. Kill Toho so you're not one-shot, maybe. Uh-oh, bird's getting ready. So one of the things that can come up in fights is there is limb damage. So your puppets can like use a limb, and this is if they lose their head, they actually can't do anything in fights. Period. And other things are just more like health or damage based, or they can't use that arm. So I don't know how much health you have, but I feel like I should definitely fortify Covens and prepare for the worst. Oh, it just healed. Oh, I should have been attacking you. Well, that's alright. We can make this up. Get rid of that bird. I really hate the verbal smack. Oh no. I think like we're gonna die. We're gonna need to use a special order. Heal. Keep up the damage. Maybe we can kill that bird. Special order. Jitterbug. Saber. Oh my god, that bird. You can just bird off, man. Special order. Heal Saber. Never mind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I feel like we aren't surviving this one.
Where?
Anyway, that's an idea how this game actually can still... It may look easy based on what I've shown you, but it can throw some real cogs your way if you want, if you let it. And of course, death is not the end of the game, but it is punishing. So, definitely very solid dungeon crawling stuff here. And just to wrap up the gameplay portion, there is kind of shifts in difficulty, and there's obviously post-game content, but there is this thing here where you see like you can lower the difficulty, but there's some drawbacks, and we can even exchange the difficulty, increase it. So if this is your type of game, there's certainly a lot of replayability in that kind of avenue, and that's certainly even outside of the main story and kind of campaign. So that's it for my preview of Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. I wasn't able to show too much of the game without actually making a actual playthrough, and of course, like I said, it's early on in the game. There's not much story quite revealed, but if you go look at preview images of the game and some of the marketing, you'll see that it does start to take on a little bit more of that kind of grotesque horror look in the enemy design and world, while still kind of maintaining that charm that you know from this developer's games. Once again, a quick reminder that this is a sponsored video by NIS America, and that if you're interested in the game at all, or you want to learn more, there's a link in my description. The game is currently on basically every console, like PS4, PC, Switch, and whatnot. And I personally actually have the, aside from the PC release, which I played for this video, I do have the PS4 version. I have the Collector Edition, which I think you might have a hard time getting now, especially since, you know, the pre-orders have long gone, the game is currently released. But the collector edition is pretty cool if you can be able to find it. And it actually comes with a tarot card set, which is actually doubly cool. This is actually the part I like from this set. And basically they're pretty legit tarot cards. I mean, anime game themed ones. But this is... well, this isn't the type of game I would play for a normal playthrough on my channel, because these types of games are very long, and they involve a lot of kind of RPG grinding and mechanics. This is a game I actually am personally playing, so despite this being a sponsored video, I do actually recommend this game. I like it quite a bit. And basically, if you're into this type of stuff, it's definitely a solid release. If you've played Shin Megami Tensei or Etrian Odyssey, or any of the old school kind of Western RPGs that starred this genre, then this is definitely a solid release within that field. And I actually had this game long before I was contacted about any sponsorship, funny enough. So that's how much I would actually like and recommend this game. It definitely has my seal of approval. And, you know, go check out yourself. My preview does not... it just barely touches the surface of this game. But anyway, thank you all for watching my preview of Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.